Hello and welcome. We're at the track covering the Sport of Kings. Coming up, an expensive Trinidad and Tobago owned 2-year-old colt debuts in Jamaica. A 19th stakes win at Canada's Woodbine for the Barbadian jockey Patrick Baumel husbands, and a thrilling finish to the Melbourne Cup in Australia. Caymanas Park starts us off in Jamaica.
7 starters in Saturday's 2-year-old maiden event, expected to be a victory for the Anthony Nunes-trained 5-horse Pontius Pilate, a huge 1-9 favourite owned by Trinidadian Shiva Maharaj. The colt fetched a record $5 million Jamaican dollars at the 2015 yearling sale. That was approximately US $41,000. Other reasonably fancied entries: number 2 She's a Legacy at 10-1, 6 Flowers 30 at 6-1, and Agnes T, the 7-horse, at 8-1. Brad Rickman on commentary with a hot favourite Pontius Pilate there in 4th.
Flowers 30 now asked to get going and begins to make gains as they run past the 7/16th and break back to the Great Exaggerator, and at the back of the field it's Radical. They've left the 3, they run to the 5/16th, and out front She's a Legacy leads by a length over Thunder Rebel. Agnes T continues the chase. Pontius Pilate on the outside now asks for more run. Flowers 30 is against the rail. These are the main contenders as they're into the lane, and a Thunder Rebel now points on that lead. She's a Legacy continues to fight on the rail. These two battle for it. Pontius Pilate running a bit green toward the outside, now asked to make progress. Flowers 30 left back over on the fence. Agnes T is tied up now and is totally out of it, but the wall up front, Thunder Rebel possibly just by the red nose band. Inside the final 16th, She's a Legacy battling back against the rail, but now Thunder Rebel asserts and will win by over a length over She's a Legacy. Pontius Pilate could only manage 3rd.
An unexpected finish. Thunder Rebel with Ricardo Dehaney aboard gets the win at long odds of 44-1 for trainer Gary Sabrati, chased by She's a Legacy. Pontius Pilate ran like he needed the experience, this half-brother to TNT's 2016 Derby Winner Academy Award, just over 2 lengths behind in 3rd at the finish. A slow winning time this of 1 minute 16 seconds for 6 furlongs.
Trinidad and Tobago's racing fans will get a chance this weekend to see the exciting champion horse Headline News returning from a 2.5-year injury layoff. He races in the Caribbean Sprint Championship.
On a 5-race winning streak, including a pair of wins over the super horse Big Man in Town before injury, Headline News is the 1-horse with a veteran jockey Nobel Abrego riding for John Leoto. His rivals include 2 good stablemates, number 2 beaten Derby favourite Crown the King, and number 3 Desert Dancer on a 2-race winning streak. Number 4 Swept Away, who has won his last 2 starts, and Shafiq Khan's Blue Oracle completing the small field.
To Canada now, where the Barbadian jockey Patrick Husbands made its stakes win number 19 at the Woodbine racetrack, using the favourite Conquest Vivi to win the Queen Victorian Stakes. There he is on the outside of the light blue cap, making his move approaching the home turn.
Now Conquest Vivi called on. Dilly Dally Derby pushed along, and last is Raglan Road. They come inside the quarter and they're chasing Silver Princess, who leads the way. On the outside, Conquest Vivi's moving up. In the centre, Princess Macy, and then Dilly Dally Derby. Now for the leader, Conquest Vivi on the outside has gone to the front, and Silver Princess under attack and is in fact clearing off Conquest Vivi. Down the outside, Dilly Dally Derby with a late burst. And Conquest Vivi in front, but hands and heels by a long neck.
Husbands, the 8-time Jockey of the Year in Canada, in front easier than the margin of a neck suggests, as the favourite gives champion trainer Mark Cassie a 3rd win on the card. Conquest Vivi, now undefeated in 3 starts, clocking 1:10.55 for the 6 furlong sprint.
And one more overseas feature before we go. Check out this thrilling finish to the Melbourne Cup, Australia's richest horse race at the Flemington Racecourse.
Coming off the final turn, most of the 24-horse field in with a shot in this 2-mile event.
Coming around the turn of the Melbourne Cup now, and it's a secret number leading narrowly from Excess Knowledge. Wicklow Brave is under pressure when they turn in. It's been a relentless run, Cup. Who's going to be the last man standing? Hartnell and Jamaica peel to the outside. Here comes Heartbreak City letting down with a beautiful run too. Up the middle of the course, and El Mandan joins in. Heartbreak City and El Mandan race up to Hartnell. They look to free from El Moonquith. It's Heartbreak City, El Mandan on the outside. They've paired down to fight it out. Heartbreak City on the inside and El Mandan on the outside. El Mandan and Heartbreak City. What a finish to the Melbourne Cup. El Mandan putting his nose in front of Heartbreak City. They hit the line. El Mandan won it by a very narrow margin from Heartbreak City.
A stirring grandstand finish. El Mandan wins by a head under jockey Karen McEvoy. Owner Lloyd Williams gets a record 5th win in the Melbourne Cup. Disappointment again for famous owners Godolphin. whose Hartnell ended up third. Godolphin has been trying for decades to win this race without success.
We've been at the track covering top stories in the Sport of Kings. Check us out again next week when we'll review the weekend's big Breeders' Cup meet from Santa Anita in California.